Let's see this tool. These are the tools here. This is parallel dimension, horizontal or vertical dimension, angular dimension, segment dimension, and this 3-point callout. These tools are normally used by engineers to measure the dimensions. So let's start with this particular tool, parallel dimension. See, as I drag my mouse, as I always say, left click your mouse button and then drag. See, I dragged it twice. Okay, now what this tool does is it draws you'll see a line being drawn here with small arrow marks. Okay, and the size of this particular distance of this two particular line, that is, so we'll draw a straight box. We'll go to this tool, parallel dimension here, and we'll draw. If you click shift, it will draw a straight line. Okay, and we'll leave once your mouse, then again we can draw second time. Then this is you end. You click once and it will end the and drawing the tool and drawing an object. Okay, see, this is by default. It creates an arrow line here, and it shows the distance between these two particular line, that is 6.35 inch. So if you want this inches to be in some other thing like centimeters or inches, centimeters or millimeters, you can change it. You need to change the ruler setting. So what we do is we click we don't click the object, we just click it somewhere in the on the sheet or outside the sheet, and from here on the above tool options you can change it to something else, that is I'll select fill centimeters. Okay, now I'll draw parallel dimension. Okay, or straight line. Leave my mouse once and then again I drag my mouse. So see, now this size it is shown in centimeters, so that the size between these two line is, the gap between these two line is of 16.69 centimeters. Okay, now here is this decimal. This you can change it to fractional. Fractional means it shows 3/4 this way, the slash sign. This is US type of engineering, this is US type of architectural, so we'll select decimal, and these are the decimal points. If you select only 0, it will remove all the decimal points after this particular figure, that is after 17. Whatever decimal points were there, it has been removed. And again go to this tool and put some figure here. See, it has 4 decimal points. See, as many the decimal points select from here, that many decimal points it keeps on adding. Okay, the after dot, see, after these two figure, the dot here, the dot after this dot, these are decimal points. Okay, so you need to select the entire object first, not only the figure. If you select only figure and you go to this tool, it doesn't change anything. So what you need to do is you need to select the entire object. You need to select on any of the lines here, then by default it will select the entire object. Only if you select these figures, it doesn't select the entire object. You need to select click on any of the line, it will select the entire object. Now from here you can change the decimal points. If you wanted 2 decimal points, these are called the decimal points. Okay, now from here also you can change this to inches, centimeters, whatever you want to. Here if I select inches, it will show you the size in inches. Select in millimeters, it will show you in millimeters. Same in centimeters, it will show in centimeters. If you want the centimeters to be written complete, show the complete spell of the centimeters, or if you want the only the initial of centimeters, it will show only the 2 figure of centimeters. Okay, see, again go to this tool, parallel dimension. I will draw box, we'll draw. Once we'll drag the mouse, leave the mouse, and again we'll drag the mouse. This is how this tool works. So now it's showing the distance between those two lines. Okay, this is prefix. See the figures here, it keeps changing. After centimeters, add some figures here, suffix if you want to add. These are normally engineering language. If you want to do work for some engineers, you can sit with them and get to understand the meaning of all these particular things. Okay, then it will be easier for you to understand the use of this particular tool. Okay, so this is some other tool options. This is to change the positioning of this particular text. We'll bring it to 0 first. This particular text positioning, if you want to change this, you do not want this to this particular size, this particular text here in between the line, you can change it from here. Go to this parallel dimension tool first, select the entire object, go to this parallel dimension tool, then you can change the positioning. See, it's shown here in the preview. If you click this, it comes above the line. If you click this, it will be in between the line. It goes bottom to the line. It's force horizontal alignment. If you click this, it will create a box, and then it puts that in the center of that box. See, then it is the positioning, it is been changed along with the box. If you do not need the box, again click on this, draw a box around text tool. If you click this, the box will disappear. If you want the box, you will click this tool. Okay, the same way, this is distance from the object. This is extension overhang. That is the line after this arrow, the line bottom of that, it increases that line. If you untick this, it will remove this line. Okay, and now suppose if you want to increase or decrease the line size of the entire object, you can do it from here. See the outline size, it has been increased. Suppose you want to change the arrow to some other thing, you can change it from here. You do not want any arrow, you can select this line like this way. So this is how you make use of this particular tool. Okay, we will see the other tool. This is horizontal vertical. Now you see the horizontal, this tool does is it draws a line. One on the left side will be on the tops, on the right side line will be on the bottom side. Okay, what you need to do is you go to this tool, horizontal vertical dimension, click once your mouse, drag, leave, it will stop. Again you drag without any clicking, drag it anywhere you want. Okay, so it is created lines and it is showing the distance between but in this you'll see one line smaller than the other line. This left line is bigger than the right line. We'll see the tool again. This is horizontal or vertical dimension. See, now what this tool does is, suppose if I click this horizontal vertical dimension tool here, and once I click my mouse and then drag it and leave my mouse, and from wherever I leave the mouse, from there it starts again. The second line starts from there. Whether you click on the top side or on the bottom side, it starts from there. If I click on the top side, the line goes, the second line, this side, the right line goes in the bottom. If I click on the bottom side, the right side line goes on the top. If I click once, it will finishes the box. Okay, now the distance it has shown here. Okay, this is the 11.6 So 11.333, that is the distance here. If I reduce the decimal points, it will reduce the decimal points. If I do not need any decimal points here, I can bring it to 0. That becomes 0 decimal, and keep it as 2. And again the same way, all these other tool options are the same thing. Here you can change the line width, color, line width, size. And even if you want to change the line color, what you need to do is select the object and go to colors here and right click your mouse on any of the color, changes the color. Okay, so it changes the color. Okay.